What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week, episode 51, everybody. What's going on? I hope you guys are having a great week and weekend. Unfortunately for me, this has been a very, very rough week for the simple fact that YouTube has made a few little, tweaks and changes, and it has affected me to the point where I had to take down a lot of videos, actually. Some videos that I really did not know why I should take down in the first place because they had no copyrighted material. But let me just break it down like this. Pretty much, guys, what YouTube did was they updated their policy for quote-unquote copyright stuff for music and cutscenes or whatever, pretty much eliminating the Let's Players, right? People like me. But here's the thing, since I hardly upload any cutscenes, a few of my other videos were taken down, including my first ever episode of GTA 5, which I am devastated because, it's the first episode of GTA 5. I mean, it was just amazing. The story, the beginning of the story and whatnot. Also, what really hurt me the most was I had to take down Fan Mail of the Week episode 44, which was the Halloween special, and that really was, quite saddening because I really, really liked that episode, and I mean, I answered so many questions that I really hope that future videos don't get affected by this because, I mean, why should a fan mail get affected? And all of my Batman videos had to be taken down because apparently you can't even do Batman gameplay. So for people like Edgar and other people that like my Batman stuff, unfortunately, guys, I can't do Batman anymore. But this is why I have Twitch. Yes, live streaming on Twitch where I did my PS4 live stream. You guys can add me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/AlexAnimal7. Now, let's get on with this week's question, guys. I'm going to make it quick as possible because I have a lot to do, but I promise you this. Next week is going to be the final week for Fan Mail for this year, right? The big season finale, I guess you could say, for Fan Mail. It's going to be the biggest Fan Mail yet, episode 52. So I want all of you guys to submit video format questions. Submit the best questions you can possibly give me. I am going to try to make it the longest Fan Mail of the year. I'm thinking about posting it after Christmas, so you guys do have time. So please do that. It's going to be the biggest fan mail ever. I promise you that. And I really hope that you guys are going to enjoy that one and this one. So let's get on with our questions, everybody, beginning with the first question, which is from Joseph Milton. Hey, Alex, it's been a while. How are you? Like I just said, I mean, I've seen better days, my friend. How are you? Anyways, I love your videos, man. I always watch them even during work. And you're never unsubscribed list. Anyways, I have an important question for you. Okay. Thank you so much, man. I mean, it really means a lot that you do stuff like that because that only encourages me to do more. So really, truly, God bless you, man, and thank you for contributing your time. I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody likes to do what they do for work. I wouldn't blame you. So I really do appreciate it more than you think. So here we go. One of my old friends wanted my PS3, so we agreed $300 for it, and with all the stuff, and it's been 4 months since I gave it to her. She hasn't given me any money yet because she told me her and her husband are having problems with rent and keeping money with their 2 kids. Oh my God. So I had to hold off, and I hope they pay me, or shit. I really don't want to say you got gypped, man, but I really need your thoughts on this because I trust your opinion 99.9%. Well, it's humbling to know that 0.0% you don't trust, but I'm gonna get to that because that I have a similar story, but it does not have to do with a PS3. It has to do with some old PS2 games, but it's a very similar story. All right, question 1. With the new Xbox One, what do you like about it? What changes do you hate? Me, for once, a so-called party system. Well, I haven't really tried that out yet. So, question number 2, would you rather be your age now and have the things be like it was in the 90s, or be a kid again with what you have now? Ooh, I like that question a lot, man. Question number 3, did you see Titanfall, The Crew, and Destiny being the next big games of the year, and will they take over the COG/Battlefield/Halo and Forza? Oh, that's like a tag team match, sort of say. Question number 3 at part 2, out of Titanfall, Destiny, and The Crew, what will come out on top? Ooh. We actually had that debate on one of my podcasts, but I'm gonna go on. Question number 4, will you be doing Fan Mail of the Week bloopers? Oh my God, that would be so funny. I have a few bloopers here and there sometimes. Holy shit, that would be a good one. I like that one a lot. Maybe in the beginning of next year for sure. Question number 5, will you, Paul, Aaron, Vern, and Sean be doing Pixelmon? And ever add some of us to the big tournament at the end of the line with Mine Wars. Question 6, is the new YouTube update policy affecting you in any way? Well, as you just heard me a little bit ago, yes it did. But question number 7, I have 2 zombie situations for you. 1, if you got bit, how long until you would, or any of your other friends, would kill yourself? If you had a baby, where were you hiding in? Baby was crying out of control, what would you do? Oh, that's a baby situation. Fuck. Damn. Anyways, thank you for everything, man. Goku might be a Super Saiyan god, but you are a YouTube god with Paul as a derp. Thank you, man. P.S. I added you back on Xbox One, but I don't know if you have to add me back. So my username is Metal. I do have you, actually. I definitely remember that gamer tag. I mean, I always fucking see you every time I scroll down. So we can play some Battlefield. Yeah, sure. But I mean, if you have Xbox One and you're willing to play COG, man, I'm willing to play it. Or Battlefield. P.S. Sorry for the long ass fan. Don't worry about it, man. Have an awesome day. God bless. You know, God bless you, Joseph. Thank you very much, man. All right, going back to what you said earlier. To answer your first question, technically, way back in the day, I had a similar situation with PS2 games because my friend wanted to buy. I'll never forget it. He wanted to buy my Scarface game. He wanted to buy Mortal Kombat. He wanted to buy 25 to Life, and he wanted to buy. I believe it was Rayman. I'm not entirely sure. It was 4 games, right? He was planning on giving me like $150 or something like that for them. Whatever. I remember when I gave it to him, he gave me the exact same excuse, except when we were kids, he at least admitted to me like, oh, I don't have the money. I just pretty much ripped you off, and I've never seen him since. But in your situation, this is what I would do, right? You gave your PS3, you gave all your stuff, right? And it's been 4 months, you say, right? I mean, in 4 months, I'm pretty sure they could have saved up, you know, a measly little $300, you know what I mean? I mean, if they have jobs, they can just save whatever they have because, I mean, granted, that's a system, you know? So what I would do is this, right? Hold it off until maybe the end of January, give or take, right? So that way you can make it 6 months. If you don't receive any payments, what I would do is I would go to the person you sold your consoles for, you know? And I would, number one, I would present them with the argument being that you spent a lot of money on your PS3, dude. And if that includes, I really don't know how many games are included, but I'm pretty sure you must have given them a few games, right? A controller or maybe 2 controllers. You know, controllers alone cost $60. A PS3 is shit between $250 and $300, and I really don't know when you bought yours or how much you paid for, but you pretty much spent more than $300 on that stuff. So what I would do is I would present your argument and be like, listen, man, you know, it's been 6 months since I've given you my PS3 along with all my stuff. I haven't received any payments. It's been 6 months. Within that time frame, you know, you could have saved up a little here and there for 6 months, and you know the payment would have been cleared. So, out of respect, if I don't receive my money in the next month, because you have to give them an extra month notice, just say, listen, man, if I can't get my money, I want my stuff back because I feel like I'm being scammed. I understand your situation, but you have to also understand mine, that I spent more money for these things than what you're paying for. You know, let's say you agreed to $300. I spent maybe like $600 for it, so I'm losing money here. But regardless, I'm giving it to you because you guys are close friends and I trust you, and I've given you 6 months time. Normally, other people wouldn't do that. So please, if you can't give me my payment, I want my stuff back, you know, in about a month. So that's something what I would do. If anything, I would make him or her sign like a little agreement to it. If anything, I mean, just to be sure, just in case. And if the month doesn't, you know, if the month goes by and they don't pay your money, you can just take, you know, a step further and say, hey man, listen, I want my money. If not, if you give me my stuff, if you won't give me my stuff, I'll just file a lawsuit or something. Like I'll call the police or something, because that's pretty much theft. You know, they're not giving you, you know, and you have a written agreement from it too. So it's just like that's the best form of evidence you can, you know, present to that. But I wouldn't suggest taking it to that level yet. But next time, man, if you're gonna be doing stuff like that, don't just give out your stuff and just expect people to pay for it right away, because some people are very, very stingy. I've had people that did that to me, and you don't want to do that, man. I mean, granted, I understand they have kids and all, but that's something you don't want to put yourself in. So to answer your first question, well, technically second one for the Xbox One, I really hate how you can't live stream. That's the only thing that pisses me off. On the PS4 a couple days ago, I was doing an epic live stream on all 3 games, and it was amazing. And I'm planning on doing it again for the PS4, so hopefully this week. So the Xbox One, the party system's a little off. But I'm pretty sure they're going to update that, just like they came out with the new PlayStation 4 update. So nothing to worry on that part, because I'm pretty sure Microsoft and Sony know what they're doing. What do I like about Xbox One? I like how you can talk to your Xbox One and it'll take you right where you want to be. You have Netflix, Skype, you have, TV, but that's not what's really important. What's important is the games, and I feel like Minecraft should already be out for that, I'm just waiting for that game to drop on the PS4 and Xbox One so I can just go on and just do stuff, But personally, for me, there are some things that I love and hate about both consoles, but just minor tweaks that both companies can do, To answer your second question, I would love to be my age now and go back in the 90s, because I want to relive that era. I want to be able to, not worry about anything and just go to stupid-ass school and just finish what I had to do and just come back home and watch cartoons and eat junk food and just do all sorts of shit, without aging, of course. Because if I was a kid now and living in this era, I wouldn't know what to do with all the stuff that I have. I wouldn't appreciate much. Well, I probably would appreciate more stuff a little often. But then again, it's like being a kid these days, you ain't got nothing to worry about, really. You have iPhones and tablets and Xboxes and PlayStations and laptops and all sorts of neat stuff, where back in the day, all we had was sticks and rocks. So, to answer your third question, will those games overtake COD, Battlefield, Halo, Forza? Shit. I think Titanfall, well, I think they can definitely overtake Call of Duty, but probably not Halo. Halo would probably stand its ground as much as it could, along with Battlefield. Forza would probably fall as well to Titanfall and Destiny, and The Crew, but I at this point, I'm leaning toward more of Titanfall, Destiny, and The Crew than the other games. I mean, I am a huge Halo fan, and it's just very disappointing knowing that Halo is just down the dumps now, and they really need to catch up. So, answer your third, well, I mean, let me see. That's a good question. Titanfall, Destiny, or The Crew? I think Titanfall is gonna come out victorious on the multiplayer aspect, but in terms of campaign, I think Destiny is gonna overtake that. So. To answer your fourth question, will I be doing fan mail bloopers? Hopefully in the future, yes. I mean, I've had many bloopers, many interruptions, and I wish I could have showed you guys, but just definitely look forward to that in the future. To answer your fifth question, ultimately what it comes down to is a possible Mind Wars 5, and I'm not going to speak on that. I think Mind Wars 4 was the final war, but I do have other stuff in mind, so let's just see where that goes. To answer your sixth question, going back to what I stated earlier, YouTube's policy is affecting me, and it really sucks, because I wish they weren't doing that. I wish that they were open. I wish they were to open their eyes and see how this is affecting everybody. I mean, but who am I to tell a company like YouTube how to run their company, So, all I can say is I've learned to adapt, and I just hope that things get better from here, because it's really affecting a lot of people. And if it wasn't for YouTube's Let's Players and walkthroughers and reviewers and stuff like that, I mean, some of these games wouldn't be as popular as they are now without these guys doing it. So, I mean, you gotta appreciate YouTubers sometimes, man. Like they really go out of their way to impact the community, so in a positive way. So. To answer your seventh question, how long until I commit suicide if I knew I was bitten right away? Actually, you know what? No, I wouldn't commit suicide. I would probably just stick around, just to kill off as many zombies as I can, and then I'll turn into a zombie myself, and I'll see how it's like. I've always wondered how it would be like to be a zombie. So, and to answer your last question, if there was a baby on board and he was crying uncontrollably, what would I do? I'll pretty much just give the baby something to suck on, like a pacifier or something, just to shut it up. Try to look for food or something just to feed it. Maybe it's hungry. Maybe it has diarrhea or something. I don't know. But most likely give it a pacifier or something for it to play on or suck on or whatever. If it's food wise, then my ass is gonna be hauling ass across streets looking for baby formula. So, but anyways, Joseph, thank you for the questions, man, and I really hope you enjoy your holiday season, bro. And now moving on to the second question, which is from Werner Ranges. Hey Alex, Werner, here's my second time on fan mail, and I hope you answer it. I just wanted to say that you're freaking awesome. No, you're awesome, man. It was great talking to you on Skype, by the way. Question number 1. When will you do more comedy skits? They are funny as shit. Question 2, what is your dream car? Question 3, what is your dream job? Question 4, will you please do a Draw My Life? Well, I wish you could do apps like that on here. I definitely do them. Question 5, Alex, why are you so awesome? Thank you, Alex, for answering my questions. Hope you have an awesome holiday. God bless you, your friends, and your mother. Oh, and Alex, thank you for being an awesome friend. Peace. No, thank you, my friend. You're an awesome kid. I'm pretty sure it's awesome to live in South Africa, so thank you. God bless you and your family, too, so thank you for the questions, man. To answer your first question, comedy skits. We're actually going to do more before the end of the year. We're going to do more of how guys act. We're going to do how guys act when they play Dragon Ball Z. We're going to do how guys act when they play Battlefield, so it's going to be pretty cool to do that. So more skits on the way for sure. To answer your second question, dream car. Dream car. Well, I really want to be. I want to be realistic, guys. And I would say something crazy like a Lamborghini or a Mercedes or something, but I am not a greedy guy, guys. I am not a greedy person, and you know, money is not important to me, whether it be quote-unquote YouTube money or quote-unquote hard labor money, which I do every single freaking day, which I hate. You know, going to the freaking my day job and stuff, it sucks. But with money, I'm not greedy because I help my parents. Well, my mom, actually, not parents. I don't have a dad. F you, dad. But I help my mom. I help my friends. I help my friends with money. Any one of my friends, anybody who knows me in real life, I swear to God, anybody who knows me in real life, right, like in person, would tell you that I don't give a shit about money. Why? Because I go out of my way to buy you stuff. I'll give you a perfect example. Every single time we went to the movies, right, or most of the time, I would pay for Paul's tickets and I would pay for his brother's tickets to go to the movies out of generosity. I bought Paul an Xbox 360 with several games. I bought Paul an Xbox 360 randomly just for him to play games. You know, that's generosity. I've bought my friend Omar, Contagious Viper, a capture card. I've paid for his driving courses and his permit classes. I've paid for you know, his food, and I've helped him out with money on his phone and stuff like that. My friend Justin, TKD Rebounds, I've done more for that kid than anybody else. I bought food for him. I bought clothing. I would buy games. I would buy him movies and all sorts of stuff. Help him with his channel and everything, you know. My friend Stefan, same thing. Buy him food, get tickets, whatever the case may be. I'm a very generous person, so for a dream car, I wouldn't go overboard because I would love it to just have a car, you know, because I'm a very humble person and I would appreciate that. So I would keep it realistic, right? Realistic, because I'm not, well, obviously, like, my dream supercar, if I was super rich, would be a Lamborghini, El Vanto, I can't say the name, but realistically, my dream car as of now is a 2012 Nissan Altima. I mean a 2013 Nissan Altima, sorry. You know, like, it's realistic, you know. I saw the car and it looks amazing, and I just can't afford it. I have no credit, so it is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and give you a sob story, but that's my dream car, you know. I'm not rich, you know. I wish I was, because then I'll have my own car and I'll drive and fucking see everybody in every state. But I don't. But I appreciate what I have now, you know. So just don't take what you have for granted, guys. But that's my little dream car, is a 2013 Nissan Altima. So. To answer your third question, what is my dream job? Everybody knows this. I want to be in the WWE. I want to be, well, I'm currently a professional wrestler, but I want to be a professional wrestler for the WWE. That's my dream job. That's the place where I want to be, and I'm hoping that with enough support, with enough feedback from you guys, I would actually get there. So, it's a long road, but I mean, I have to make, you know, the best of it. So to answer your fourth question, will I please do Draw My Life? Well, I wish I could, but I really don't know how to do it on the computer. I don't even think there's like a program to actually play that on here, you know. So if there was, I definitely do it, but as of right now, I can't. So, and to answer your fifth question, why am I so awesome? I'm not really awesome. The question is, why are you so awesome? And the real question is, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And you know that the follow-up question to that is, were you nice for Santa? Because if you weren't, Santa's gonna fuck you. I'm just kidding. Oh, I hope you have a wonderful time, man. And thank you for the questions, and God bless you. Thank you so much. And now moving on to the third question, which is from K Gamer. Hey Alex, my name is Luke, and I wanted to say and ask a few questions. Thank you, man. Sure, go ahead. Question number 1. Just recently, it was my birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. Yes. All right. And I got Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit brand new for just $20. A good price, I think. Just wondering, could you play a game of it with me on Xbox 360? GT React links. Okay. Question 2, not really a question, but here goes. I wanted to say thanks as much as possible. You have inspired me so much. I have only found you because I like DBZ. So I was here like, oh, okay, we have a bit in common. Then I started watching more and more of your vids, and then I noticed that we have a lot in common. So it kind of like I treated you as a friend, you can say. Well, I feel the same way about all of you guys. That's why I started FanMails, because I want to be your guys' friend. I want to hear you guys, and that's why I actually ask for video FanMails, because I get to interact with you guys even more. But you've always cheered me up when I was having rough times or feeling depressed because I am getting bullied at school. Oh, here we go. Who do I have to beat up, man? I'll fuck somebody up for you. I'll break somebody's back. I don't really have much friends, and I do get bullied a lot. I don't really like to talk to anyone. I'm quiet, shy, but now you have inspired me to make my own YouTube videos, and I can't thank you enough. I think YouTube will make me become less shy and maybe make some friends online. Thanks, Alex. No, thank you, man. You don't have to thank me for anything. To question number 3, we be playing Kingdom Hearts with, oh God, everybody keeps asking me Kingdom Hearts. I'm about to do it like tomorrow. Question number 4, do you think Cell would be able to kill Broly? Thanks so much for inspiring me and keep up with the vids, Luke, thank you. I mean, really, just thank you, man. You guys, one day, I mean, I'm telling you, one day, I can feel it. One day, somebody somewhere is gonna make me freaking cry on here. That's the last thing you want, is a giant cry. Anyways, to answer your first question, yeah, I'm willing to do that, because just the other day I played Raging Blast 1 and 2 with a couple of subscribers, and I actually got somewhat out of it, and you guys are going to be seeing those matches up in about maybe a couple of days. So if you want to play some Burst Limit, me versus you, let's fucking go. What I'm waiting for actually is Battle of Z, because then we can just really be immersive with the fights. So I don't really have a problem with Burst Limit. My question is, why Burst Limit out of all of them? You know, I think Raging Blast would have been better for you. So to answer your second question, well, listen, man. I understand that you're getting bullied, because I was bullied. Trust me, bro, I was bullied. I was bullied to the extreme. And I live in Brooklyn, so the bullies here are far worse than they are like in the country or in the Midwest or whatever, because bullies in New York, they're really cold. Like, they really don't care, like, if you live or die, in a sense. So I understand where you're coming from, because, dude, I was beat up before. I was jumped in school in front of everybody. I was jumped by like 6, 7 other people. I have witnesses and other YouTubers that were there very long ago when they were kids. I have other witnesses that were there when I got jumped by like 7 people. 7 of them. Mind you, 7 people had to beat me up, you know what I mean, at once. Thank God I held my own, even though I just was able to just not fight back, because the more I fought back, the worse it got for me. So I was jumped. I was robbed. I was held up in the bathroom at school by kids, you know. That was all during like elementary school and just a little bit of middle high school. Middle high school, you hear me? But then in high school, when high school came along, I was never ever approached. Nobody bullied me, because I grew a lot, and I really kept it real. Like, if you would have fucked with me, I would tell you straight up, like, yo, listen, if you really want to do this, you don't want any, because I'll fucking break your face, you know. But it was towards the end of middle school where I really learned how to harden up, because obviously some people may already know I was involved in gangs. I was involved in a lot of fighting, and I pretty much toughened up because of that. So in an aspect, I would have to thank the gang life for teaching me how to be tough in dire situations to a certain extent. So for you, by being bullied in school, you're not the only one. But here's the thing. Why would you allow somebody to bully you in school? Why would you allow somebody's words to overcome your actions? Why would you allow somebody to get the best of you in terms of words and actions? You know, if somebody says, hey, you're a pussy, hey, you're this, hey, weirdo, hey, faggot, hey, this and that, those are just words. Just ignore it, because Why should they have any impact on you? They're words. Now, if somebody were to come on over and put their hands on you, that's a different story, man. Luke, listen, even if the kid's bigger than you, if they put their hands on you, fight back, because they touched you first. They physically approached you and they physically put their hands on you. Why should you allow them to have that satisfaction to always, pick on you in any moment? You know what I mean? So if people are gonna say stuff about you like this, that, and the third, just ignore it. Get on with your daily life. Just don't even pay mind to it, because who is anybody to talk down on you? If I was there, I'd put fucking motherfuckers in check. I'm telling you right now, I would put those assholes in check. I mean, I'm telling you, I have friends that are YouTubers now that are witnesses to some of the things that I used to do when I was a little younger, and boy, let me tell you, there's a reason why I had a reputation in the streets. So, in terms of words, don't even pay mind to it, man. If somebody touches you, Luke, as a man, you're gonna have to stand up and you're gonna have to say enough is fucking enough. Even if you get your ass beat, even if they touch you and you tried fighting back and they beat you up, the point was you stood up against them. It's not about win or lose. It's about you stood up against a bully. Now they know, all right, well, this fucker wants to act tough, right? So they might do it again. If they touch you, you do it again. You physically defend yourself. And the more you keep doing that, if they keep touching you or hitting you or whatever, the more they're going to lay off, because you're like, oh, this kid always wants to fucking fight. Let me leave him alone, But violence is never the answer, man. So... and as for you being depressed, man, there's no reason to be depressed. There's no reason not to have any friends. I was the same way, man. I was always a shy kid too. I really didn't have any friends except the people in my neighborhood. So, dude, just be yourself. Like, I have a feeling that this isn't you. By you being shy and you being, all to yourself, that's not you. That's not who you should be in an aspect, because what's life without having memories? What's life without having an experience? You know what I mean? So make friends, interact with people, get to socialize with people, talk to people on a friendly level, girls and guys. Just make friends, dude, because friends will get you far. And I really don't understand why you're so shy. I mean, maybe it's because you're self-conscious about something, because we all are. Trust me, we all are. But there's no reason to let your self-conscious, appearance or morals or whatever the case may be that you're so self-conscious about get the best of you. So just be you, man. Socialize, have friends. I'm proud to say that I'm one of your friends. So if I'm just one person and I haven't met you in person, imagine all the other people that you do know and that you can actually meet in person, like the people in your school, in your neighborhood. So just do good and good will come upon you. And I'm telling you, man, when you socialize and when you get to interact with people and share common interests, you're going to get really far, man. And I really hope the best for you, man. To answer your third question, Kingdom Hearts, I'm about to start doing that. I really am, because everybody's been asking me for it, so I just might do it. So when will I do Kingdom Hearts? Probably January. Probably. Not a promise, but probably. And to answer your last question, Cell versus Broly, I'm sorry, but I think Cell takes the cake with that one. Broly was just defeated by a powerful Super Saiyan 1, whereas opposed to Cell was killed by Super Saiyan 2, and the fact that Cell actually held his own against everybody. So, would definitely have to say Cell on this one. But anyways, Luke, thanks for the questions, man. Enjoy your holidays, and God bless you as well, man. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Jesus. Look at that. Sup, Alex? How is the #1 YouTuber of all time doing? Don't get your hopes up, Alex. I was talking about Paul. Fuck you, man! Just kidding, man. Of course I'm talking about you, man. Certainly you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Yes! Do I get the sunglasses too? No? Okay. So yeah, man, just remember your roots and where you came from, and never be some greedy man. Enjoy your life, and I know it is good to have a lot of subscribers, but if you are happy with where you're at and what you're doing with your channel, nobody can tell you otherwise. That is absolutely true. Yes, fans are important, but being happy and loved in what you're doing is even more important. Anyways, on to the questions. That is very true, man, and I'll never forget my roots. Trust me. I actually still talk to, like, the first people that actually subscribed to me. Like, that's the crazy part. People that subscribed to me back when I had, like, 100 subs and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate every fucking thing, like that's why I feel like I am one of the only YouTubers that does this. Like, hour-long fan mails, 2-hour-long fan mails. I did a 4-hour-long fan mail one time, or close to 4 hours. I do questions of the week. I do all sorts of stuff, and I talk to you guys on Facebook. I talk to you guys on Twitter. I talk to you guys on Instagram. I talk to you guys on here on YouTube when you guys comment my videos. I don't know if you noticed, but I comment back. So it's like, who else does that? You know, that's how much you guys mean to me. Because if I was, you know, like some other greedy people, I wouldn't even bother talking, you know, because I would be doing other things. But I feel differently about that. So here we go. Question number 1. Do you think that they went overboard with zombies in Dead Rising 3, or do you think it was right and they needed more? Because sometimes it feels like you were playing one of those games where you have to kill zombies with the car, but other than Dead Rising 3, is it a fantastic game? Well, that is a very interesting question. I have to just think clearly on that, because they did add a lot. But question number 2, if you were to have sex with a zombie girl, if she was hot and you knew there was no hope and you knew you were going to die and you wanted to at least become a zombie happily, oh my god. So you're saying, would I become a necrophiliac? That's, I mean, would you? I mean, I wouldn't. That's rotten pussy, man. That's nasty. Question 3. What would you do if after you got into WWE, John Cena, CM Punk, Randy Orton, The Rock, The Undertaker, and the Great Khali came up to you and said, "What's up, UnrealEntGaming?" Holy shit. And they told you how big of fans they were to you and your work, and they've watched your YouTubes. How would you react to that? Oh my god, that's exactly how I would react to that. Question 4. What was one of the most horrifying things you have ever... Oh shit, that's ever happened to me. Question 5. Have you ever played the Impossible Quiz? If not, you should go check it out, man. I also think that you could make some pretty cool and funny videos from it. I truly do, man. And I think when you have time, you should make a video about you playing it and see how it turns out, man. But really, you should give it a try. I'm Impossible Quiz, okay? Well, if it's not an app, I can probably do that. So, P.S. Fuck you, Square. And P.S.S. You are Alex. You are the best. Keep doing what you're doing. You have inspired me to become a better person. And I truly do thank you for that. And have a safe and happy holiday season. No, thank you, man. You see what I mean? You guys are going to fucking make me cry, man. You guys, smoogity boogie. But thank you so much, man. Thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, too. To answer your first question, I think they did go a little overboard, but... I sometimes I feel like they didn't add enough. I don't know. I just love Dead Rising 3. It's just so awesome. Like, just the way they set it up, you know. At this point, it's not all about driving a car and running zombies over, because your car can eventually just break down. So what happens after that, you know? But I do think they need to spice things up a little bit and do something just a little bit more different next time. The map is huge. The environment's crazy. The zombies are flesh-eating ogres. It's like, they're nuts, man. I love the game, and for anybody who has an Xbox One, that's one game that I would definitely pick up, because it's suitable for zombie fans, and it actually satisfies the horror fans as well. I mean, I think it has a great story and a lot of Illuminati references, but then again, it's just a great game. A great game. So I would definitely recommend it. In terms of going overboard, a little bit, but sometimes I just feel like they didn't add enough. So to answer your second question, no, I would not become a necrophiliac, Jesus. Jesus, why? Why would I want to become a necrophiliac, huh? Even if she was the hottest girl on the planet, I mean, still. Like, there's no condom on the face of this planet that can save you from that, you know what I mean? So, fuck that. I'd rather die in combat. To answer your third question, what would I do if those guys came up to me, like, literally telling me that they're fans of my channel? I would probably shit a brick. Literally. I would squat down and I would shit a brick. Because that's just like, what are the odds of that, you know? Maybe if, like, I get in there and one of them might recognize my voice, be like, oh, shit, I know your voice from somewhere. Like, what, really? Where? Oh, you know, YouTube. Oh, fuck, really? Like, you know, like, that'll really cheer me up. But for them to come up to me and say, oh, you're UnrealEntGaming, I would squat down and I would shit a whale. Fuck a brick, I would shit a whale. Because that's just, like, how would I react? I would be starstruck. I'll be starstruck just by being in their presence, but then also I would be, I'll be shocked. I wouldn't know how to react, honestly. To answer your fourth question, what is the most horrifying thing that's ever happened to me? I haven't really had horrifying moments, and I hope I never do. I would probably say almost getting into a car accident on the highway way back in the day. I remember this guy lost control, and I was in the back seat, and the guy pretty much hit the back of the car so hard that we thrust it forward a little bit, but it was still pretty scary because I thought we was going to swerve out of control and die. But that was such a long time ago. That was definitely one. But recently or any year recent. Nah, I would have to say probably nothing. I mean, really, unless like Godzilla emerges in New York, then that's horrifying. But other than that, probably just that, really. And to answer your last question, the impossible quiz. I'm gonna look into it, and I'm actually trying to play one of those games, the card games, where like it gives you a sentence and you react with a funny question. So I'm doing that actually. So I'm doing so many games and stuff that I'm gonna try to fit this in my schedule. And if I can, then fuck it, let's go. I mean, it can't be that hard, right? I mean, right? Fact. Shit. Anyways, man, thank you for the questions. Thank you for the comments, man. I really hope you have a great holiday season, bro. Anyways, everybody, thank you all for watching this episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. I apologize once again, guys, that I had to cut it short, but I promise you next week is going to be the final week for Fan Mail, which means I am going to do the longest Fan Mail ever, so make sure you submit your questions before Christmas, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all subscribe for all latest news, information, updates. Have a wonderful holiday season, guys. I'll see you all next week, and I hope you all enjoy, everybody. Take care. Peace out.